Today, we have a man who isn't sure if his wife is cheating on him. However, the evidence he's gathered so far isn't promising. For our second story, we have a man who has 9 reasons as to why he suspects his wife of having an affair. If you're ready to hear these stories, get yourself a coffee and grab a bowl of popcorn so we can get into it.
We're a couple in our 50s with 3 healthy children, good jobs, a big house, and we've been together for more than 25 years. A few months ago, I started getting suspicious that my wife's cheating on me. While I was on a business trip, I noticed that our GPS-tracked car was parked at a strange location. I didn't really have any thoughts about this, but when I came back, my children told me their mother was out for most of the day and hadn't come home to make dinner for them. Apparently, she was having a coffee with a female friend. Similar things have happened several times now. After a work-related dinner on a weekday, she came home at 4 a.m. and said that she and some of her colleagues went to one of their houses for more drinks, but she refuses to tell me which colleague. During another one of my business trips, the car was parked at the same strange location and she didn't come home until 2 a.m. She's very secretive with her phone, and I'm afraid that this has been going on for much longer than I'm currently aware of. I haven't confronted her yet, so she probably thinks that she's outsmarting me. I don't have any solid proof that she's cheating, and I have no idea who the guy is that she's seeing. Our relationship's not bad, but it's not as exciting as it was 25 years ago. She always needs a lot of attention and probably thinks that I don't give her enough. But with work and the children, there's not a lot of time left at the end of the day. I'm not the type of person who spends time on hobbies or with male friends, so all my spare time is with her. I'm feeling hurt and angry that she's capable of doing this to me. She's destroying the whole family. Couldn't she just say that she is ending the relationship? What should I do?
OP hit the nail right on the head. If a cheater isn't happy in the relationship, they should let their partner go. It's not fair to go behind their back while they're being honest and loyal to you. If you can't give them your all, you should let them go, so they can perhaps find someone who will. Anyway, let's find out what's being said in the comments.
Dragon Master says, how could she possibly think that it'd be okay to not say which colleague's house she was at until 4 in the morning? I'd be seriously considering divorce at that point. That event would be fully explained by the multiple people who were supposedly there. Somehow you allowed her to get away with an obvious cheating event. You don't need proof because this is all too much, but since you've allowed it, she probably thinks you no longer care. Hire a private investigator and get the proof. Ripsod says, suspect? No, she's definitely cheating. If that's a deal breaker for you, get a lawyer, and they'll help with the private investigator to get proof. It's likely that she's going to her co-worker's house, not to a hotel to have all their fun, but don't confront her without hard proof.
While I understand where the first comment is coming from, I also recognize that it's easy for someone outside of the relationship to talk about getting a divorce. OP's struggling with his emotions, and he's dedicated 25 years of his life to his wife, so it's not easy to just up and leave. I hope OP can find the proof he needs so he can make a fully informed decision of what to do next.
My wife's in the Navy, and she just got back from deployment. I'm a Christian, and I'm raising our son while she's gone, and I'm about to go to chaplaincy school for naval chaplaincy. Here are my reasons as to why I think she's sleeping around on me. Reason number 1. While she was gone, she hit a port and didn't tell me she was there until I confronted her about it. She went dark. I didn't hear from her for days. I didn't even get a text message. I knew she was there because an old friend of mine was in the same strike group and had posted about being there a few days before. Yet, she didn't even call home to check on her son, who she hadn't seen or talked to in over 45 days. Reason number 2. She had a Liberty buddy who was a dude, and she stayed in a hotel with him. I kind of backed her into a corner until she was finally honest with me about it. Reason number 3. She bought condoms and took them with her, and she also took birth control. I found the birth control in her sea bag when she got home, and I discovered that she bought the condoms using our Walmart account. She said she gave the condoms away as a gag gift. Yet, I found them opened in her sea bag and half of them were used. Also, she said she got the birth control to use with me, despite the fact that she's never used it, and got it the day before she deployed, and even took it with her. Reason number 4. She admitted that she went clubbing every night when she was in port. Everyone's different, but I don't think a married woman should be in clubs. Reason number 5. Everything I found out about her, she hid from me until I found out by backing her into a corner. Reason number 6. She gets mad whenever I'm suspicious about these activities and tells me that I'm a psychopath. Reason number 7. I bought her a Bible, and despite the fact that it's not very big, she made a big deal about how she can't take it with her because she had no room. She said this while buying a ton of stuff on Amazon to make herself look good while she was deployed. She got herself wogs, nails, makeup, and a lot of clothes. If she didn't have any room, how did she have space for all that? Reason number 8. She posted pictures of herself on Facebook with a bunch of guys while at sea. She's deleted a lot of these messages now, but she never shares pictures of me or our son. Reason number 9. When she pulled in, she didn't want me to show her any kind of emotion, and she came out much later than everyone else. She was pretty much the last one. So yeah, those are my reasons as to why I think my wife slept around on me. It really hurts because I'm a God-fearing, loyal husband, busting my behind to raise our son. All I'm asking is, do I have the right to be suspicious, or am I taking this out of proportion?
There's a lot of talk about what goes down when people are deployed. From how OPs describe things, it seems like a given that his wife's been having a bit of fun while she's away. The used condoms and buying of the birth control kind of says it all. There was a bit of back and forth in the comments section that I found interesting, so let's give it a listen.
Mike Mom says, "It's weird, a lot of people I've seen spending time with the opposite sex end up cultivating a relationship while they're gone. The signals get mixed, and so starts the slippery slope. On the other hand, I've also seen girls talked into really bad situations. I had a subordinate who was in a long-distance relationship, whose boyfriend was also in the Navy. She was bored and started hanging out with a group who partied a lot on the weekends. We had a really small shop, and she talked about these parties, and I cautioned her about this. A month or 2 later, we found out she got pregnant by one of the guys from the parties. She did the right thing and told her boyfriend that she cheated and was pregnant. She put herself in that position, and it's likely she was cheating for at least a little while." Jeranuis responds to Mike Mom and says, "I had one who was dating a guy from a different division, but the guy got sent to some school for like 6 to 8 weeks. The first weekend he was gone, she went out, partied too hard, and cheated. Like your story, she did the right thing and told him. I also walked in on a chief having sex with an ensign while taking readings as a fireman. Chiefs in general were always getting caught sleeping with subordinates. Usually they just get sent to a different ship or got new orders, and sometimes it looked like they were getting rewarded." Mike Mom replies and says, "Yeah, there was one woman who slept with half the first-class mess and half the chief's mess. Eventually, one of the wives complained, but everything got swept under the rug because it would have taken down the whole command." Funny enough, I have stories from some of the other E5s at the time, and it turns out that almost a whole division slept with her, but they were all still friends with her. This woman was dating a Marine, and he told them once to let him know if she ever cheated because he'd beat that person up. Little did he know all the guys he was saying this to slept with his partner.
I can only imagine the crazy stuff that goes down during these deployments. After hearing all these stories about what goes on in the military, dating someone in that line of work would be off the cards for me. I hope you enjoyed today's episode of Coffee and Popcorn, and I can't wait to see you on the next one.